Delusional woman humbled after shaming men with standards. Drama.
So would you rather have
Like being dressed like that and going to people and talking to people. I am sorry, but what do you expect? I don't know. We live in this world where dressing like that and walking in the middle of the day is normal. Like, I don't understand, how is this normal?
$5,000 or one night with me?
She's even offering one night with her like this to random guys. Of course they will take the money.
$5,000.
We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Should a man care about what his woman wears?
No.
Okay, why?
Because I feel like that is a man's insecurity. That's a you problem.
No, sweetie. That man wants to raise children with that woman, and he doesn't want that woman to walk around dressed in a certain way for the glaze in the eyes of other men. You know, I don't think it has anything to do with insecurity. Maybe other actions are a proof of insecurity, but the way a woman dressed shows a lot of respect to the guy she's dating.
If you are not okay with what I'm wearing, then you need to check yourself. Because me, as a woman, if I'm in a relationship, I know my place. I know I'm not wearing stuff for any other man.
Yeah, like that also is true. Like it depends how you dressed when you met that person as well. So he cannot change your style after being in a relationship, but also it's a woman's choice to dress how she wants, and if she does respect the man she's with, she would not dress up for other men's attention. And of course women know how to get men attention by dressing a bit more naughty, slutty, whatever.
Wearing it for myself. I'm wearing it to look beautiful, to feel confident.
Gotcha.
You feel me? So if you have a problem with what I'm wearing, like I said, then you need to check yourself. You should, and guys should feel proud about that. Like, you got a bad bitch. You got coming up to your bitch, telling her she's bad as
I feel like women can look stylish and dress up like a bad bee without revealing a lot. Like, why is that not the same thing?
and she's not giving her number out or none of that. So I don't see what's the problem with that.
One of the biggest lies that women have convinced themselves of believing, many of them
Let me just raise the volume a bit.
sound like this, is that the way they dress, when they dress a certain way, they're doing it for them. They're not doing it for anybody else. They're doing it because it makes them feel good. No, you're not dressing
truth.
like that because it makes you feel good. You're dressing like that because the attention you get by dressing like that makes you feel good.
Yep.
A woman who actually genuinely does care about you as a man, cares about your input, cares about your thoughts and opinion, she's going to come to you and actually want your input. How do I look in this outfit? What do you think about this?
So
do you
true.
like this or do you not like it?
Like at the end of the day, you don't want to only dress for yourself if you have a man you love. You want to dress for that man. You want in his eyes to be the most beautiful woman. And if he doesn't like it that way, like you have to change that or don't be with him.
That's going to be the type of conversation she has with you. Because really, to her,
It would
your
make me
opinion
sad
is the
if
only one of
my man
any
doesn't
real
like
concern.
it.
As much as you don't really care about any other man's opinion about your woman, because you are already comfortable enough in your skin and know what you have, where you don't need another man telling you about it. But there are women like this who will try and Jedi mind trick some men into believing that this is somehow a great thing, that other men are coming up and congratulating you on the woman you got, as if you were clueless or oblivious to the fact that you chose an attractive woman.
Somebody has to medically diagnose somebody as a narcissist.
Yeah.
It's a mental disorder. It's not just you look at because they don't agree with you. Yeah, he a narcissist. Or because they don't do something that you want them to do. Oh yeah, he a narcissist. Y'all be throwing that way too loosely.
But I do think women do just say it to say it. Like, it's just another way to be like, to just prove their point that ain't shit for the moment.
Why your last relationship failed? Oh, he was a narcissist.
Women tend to use the same answer for everything. Just like when you ask them to explain what's sassy, they say when ask for flowers because you want flowers. Like every woman is saying that now. It's like every man is a narcissist. Everything y'all all say this. It's like y'all meet up, y'all go into this club, and y'all say, "Yo, we gonna
It's
say
a group chat.
It's a group. Yeah, it's a world.
Okay, like you can say that, but also lately a lot of men have the same opinion. like Chad and whatnot. And are we gonna go and say that they are not influenced by other men? It's a society. It's normal to be influenced by each other.
Mobile. We're gonna continue raising this little girl together. We're gonna have a fabulous home. We're gonna love and take care of each other. But I'm gonna other people, and I hope you do too.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
And we will never ever talk about it. Don't bring me no babies. Don't bring me no diseases. But we gonna do what we want to do outside this house because to this point it has worked.
You gonna what?
But there's something to be said about age and experience,
That's
life
sad.
experience. A lot happens in your 20s, and things level out.
Getting
when you
ran
get
through
older.
in baggage and trauma.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
people with
men don't
emotional
want that.
intelligence.
They don't like
Men
experience.
don't want that in a partner.
Then why aren't they
Experience,
wifing
no.
us early? Why are they running around town? Like, if they don't want us ran through and baggage and trauma, why are they they're waiting till, how are we so at 20 I should be looking.
So in a way, there is truth in that, but men are not mature enough, first of all, in their 20s. Second of all, they're not standing on their own, like they are still counting on their parents or starting their career or still learning, still students. So they cannot just wife you because you demand a lot, they cannot just do that. In your 20s, you're still finding yourself. Going into marriage just like that, it's really scary, but also it doesn't give you the excuse of being with anyone. Like at the end of the day, you can always say no and choose at the end of the day a guy that respects you for who you are and wants to marry you eventually.
For 40-year-olds that are ready to settle. I don't know how to
not necessarily.
I don't know how you. It sounds like just a.
Oh yeah, dating older men can help if you want to marry. Yeah. But also maybe not, because if they are older men and they were single most of their life, doesn't prove thing. There are people who are in their 20s who are more ready to get married than people in their 40s. It depends on the person.
Battle all around. If you look at it, it's like all the responsibilities.
But it depends on if you're a wife. All wives are found, always. If you're 20 years old and you're a wife, you're going to be found, period. End of story.
Not always, really. Not always. Because even if they find a wife, they keep her in a relationship for really long because they are trying to, as I said, finish their career, figure out their life and everything. And they have these long-lasting relationships that are 6 years, 7 years, 10 years sometimes. And the woman is hopeful and stays with such a man because he is promising her thing, even though at the end of the day, we're not sure these things are going to happen. A lot of times it does, but a lot of times it doesn't. And people just end up wasting 10 years of their life, which is sad.
That French toast out of here.
Turkey Slurpee.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Which one's harder? A man trying to impress a woman or a woman trying to impress a man?
My ears. I think a man trying to impress a woman is harder.
A man trying to impress a woman, because a woman ain't got to do that much. She ain't got to do too much. She got to look good. That's it.
All a woman has to bring is her looks.
That's it. That's it.
But isn't that your fault, man? You fall for a woman because of her looks. That's on you, okay? That is on you. Don't even.
Whereas a man, what does he have to bring?
He got to have the money, the looks. He got to have his stuff. He got to have the whole nine. He got to have everything.
So why do women just get to show up?
That's just how the world is today. That's just how it is.
That's sad.
So where do you think you rank on this list?
Man, I'm still trying to make some money. I'm still young. I'm 23.
See?
I'm still trying to get there.
Trying to make
This one is
money in
specifically for the young
23.
guys, because he said he was 23. This is why when you're a young man, the best thing you could do is not make any fatal mistakes, meaning don't get any women pregnant. Because at that age, you don't even know quite what you're looking for and what makes
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
for
woman.
sure.
And it's definitely not just the fact that she can bring looks to the table, because looks are a dime a dozen. Because if you do work on yourself, grow and mature as a man, as you get older, you start to realize that while looks do play a role and you obviously want a woman who you're attracted to, you also realize that it's going to take more than that for you to be willing to commit to a woman long term. Does she respect you? Does she appreciate the things you do for her? Does she make your life easier?
Listen to
and more
him.
comfortable?
Exactly.
Basically, is she an asset or a liability? And if you can't figure
Good
that
job.
out, or your answer may be the latter, then chances are she may not be as good as she looks.
If we lived in a matriarchal society that was run by women, what would the man's role become?
The hard workers, and we'd be the at home.
I mean, yes and no. I would be I would say that we would be more the person that would take care of the house, like more of a housewife back in the 50s, without having to suffer. You know what I mean? Like, I still think that men would work physically harder jobs. Women could still do other jobs that are not physically demanding, mentally probably more. Maybe some jobs like, I don't know. But raising kids would be a priority, I feel like. A lot of women would like to be in their house, in their safety of their home, being moms, great moms to their children, raising their kids. At least I feel like if I would live in a privileged life, I wouldn't mind if my husband would work and I would raise the children. But it's not that life.
Isn't that exactly what we have right now?
Yeah,
It's okay.
right.
At least I have respect.
So why would a matriarchy be any better than a patriarchy if that's exactly what we have right now?
Okay, sorry, I contradicted your question. Too many tequila shots.
I feel like the opposite would literally happen. Women would end up, bringing in all the bread, working all the time, and then it would be the men that were at home taking care of the kids, cooking.
But they will never be able to raise the kids the way a woman would be able. It is so wrong. This is so wrong. They will not be happy. Women would, if that happens, women are not going to be happy. We are not born that way. This is the problem. Men are not born that way. A man who has to do these things, he can't do it, of course, but it takes away the manlyhood from the man. The man is the one who needs to go out with his bodies and work on something physically harder. Like, that brings him more to his natural self. A woman raising the kids, cleaning, putting everything around, decorating, designing her house, it just makes more sense. I don't know. It makes more sense. Is it just me? Am I wrong?
Cleaning.
But do you think women want to do all those dangerous, dirty jobs that are typically done by men?
No. I can absolutely say they will not.
So then, wouldn't the
Who's
man's
gonna do
role
that?
pretty much stay the same as doing all the hard labor jobs?
Honestly, yeah, and then it would just add fuel to the fire because it'd be as a man. Not only do they have to go, do all the working and stuff, they also have a wife that's at home, not taking care of the children, not cooking, not cleaning. So then at that point, it's just like, why do you even have a wife?
What sort of oppression do you face?
I mean, every time I go out,
See, it doesn't work like it.
Possible man as an attacker. I have to leave the house always in fear of I could possibly be attacked by every single person that I come across.
Do you feel like that in a way that's kind of like the view that you're also perpetrating? Not every guy's an attacker though.
Why am I
Yeah.
perpetrating that? I'm literally existing.
I mean, also, sweetie, if you are really scared of someone attacking you, don't get out dressed a certain way. Don't go out in the middle of the night by yourself. Don't put yourself in such situations. Like, poor girl, if she's too scared,
Why do you view all men as attackers? Like, that's not true.
So does she think that her father, her brother...
I don't know. If the camera stops and you catch me in a dark alley and you're upset with what I said in your interview, you could possibly attack me.
But don't you think that's kind of assuming the worst of an entire
Yeah,
gender?
yeah.
Every woman that gets attacked, the first question that they're going to ask is, well, what were you wearing?
Are men trash?
Oh.
It is though true. It is though true. There are dumb men out there who would look at the way you are dressed and think that it's an invite for them to behave a certain way. I'm sorry, it's the truth. It is the truth. But this is like a small percentage of men, and it's not every man. And you cannot change that. You cannot change that. It is what it is. Protect yourself first, and then the world will protect you.
Oh, cis heterosexual men, absolutely, especially white men.
Weren't you just talking about equality?
Absolutely equality, but we have to have that viewpoint because of how much we've been attacked just by that gender.
You have never been attacked. Sweetie, we are in a modern world and you have never been attacked. It's the history that you're talking about. Yes, now we have equality and now all these women who fought for it got it, thankfully, and we can celebrate that and be happy about it. But acting as a person who went through that, when we clearly know that you're a modern white woman living in a modern world, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. If you are a person if you're a black woman in Africa, if you are an Arab woman in a countryside from an Arab country, if you are uneducated, that didn't allow to be educated, if you are being married at 12 years old, yes, okay, like we can talk about it and we should fight that and we should work on fixing that. But you pretending to be a victim, like, no.
Men are trash. Like, that's a pretty big generalization, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. It definitely is. And it's not necessarily something I'm gonna like saying via statistics or anything like that. I'm saying via experience.
Why do you think women
What experience? I am sorry. I have a feeling that a lot of these women are lying. Maybe there is women who went through that. I cannot assume, but I feel like a lot of these women are lying. What experience did you have? Because if that was the case, honestly, we would hear about it a lot more on the news. A lot more.
are allowed to say that men are trash, but men can't say that women are trash?
It's one of the many double standards that are out there, that exist. There's no deep dive, it's just a double standard.
What would happen if we said that women are trash?
I say it. I think they're trash too.
I thought you were a feminist.
I'm not a feminist, no. Maybe a little misogynistic. No, I'm just kidding.
In here that sees any reason why these two shouldn't be married today, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Is that a gun?
That's
awesome. He's like, sit down.
Hey,
This
listen,
is
I said it
America.
before, but I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna always be on the side of family. So congratulations to him and what he's decided to do. You show me what works better than the nuclear family when it comes to raising children, and I'm willing to listen. Until then, I'm gonna always support those who choose to create healthy two-parent households. And listen, I know a lot of you guys in the comment section
Forever
aren't gonna
hold
agree
your
with me,
peace. And
but
she's
that's okay.
showing her
You don't
peace.
have to.
Yeah.
Is it a perfect system? Hell no.
They
Does it
work
need some
together on
changes?
it too.
Hell
They're
yes.
surprised.
But if you are a man who wants to have children, who wants to have a son, who wants to have a daughter, who wants to start a family, then yeah, I believe marriage is still pretty important. Because listen, in this space, I find it pretty hypocritical on one end for us to say, marry before you carry, should have chose better, should have not had so many kids unless he was willing to marry you. But then say, hey guys, don't marry any of these women. Don't be stupid, don't marry her. You can't mix both. And if there are women out there who have the qualities of a wife and have the standards of a wife and of a good mother, then those are the ones who do deserve marriage, especially if you want them to have your children. Anyway, guys, as always,
True.
questions, comments, thoughts, and your feedback. You know, I appreciate every time you guys take the time to chime in. Don't forget, you can support
Of course,
this
men
channel
love
by hitting
children.
the
What are
like
you
and
talking
subscribe
about? I met some men who
As
love
always,
children more than some
until
women.
next time.
It's so heartwarming seeing a grown-ass man being so giggly and childish around kids and being really nice, like an uncle or something like that. Nothing naughty. Nothing naughty. Genuine love, and yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's so pretty to see that, and to see and hear someone who is like a young man, even single, talking about one time raising children, would like to see mini me's, you know, and stuff like that. It's hot. Tastes like thing.